Hello class, today we are going to be learning about social studies. For this social studies class, we will be learning about where the food that we eat comes from, why people move, what is physically and human made, and how are we affected by geography, climate, and natural resources. Where does the food come from? A lot of our food comes from local states like California, Iowa, Nebraska, Texas, and Minnesota. But some other food can also come from different countries like China, Mexico, Canada, Japan, and Europe. Foods that have mostly come from the States are the fruits and vegetables that we eat, also anything that comes from an animal. Most of the food that comes from out of the country are coffee, soybeans, and much more. Question: in your opinion, what is the best food that comes from the state and what is the best food that comes from out of the country? Here are the different states and different countries. Down here we have Texas, Iowa. Those are just some of the states that our food comes from. And then you have Mexico, Canada, China, Europe, and much more. What is the difference between physical and human-made? Physical is things that are made physical is the mountains, oceans, waterfalls, cliffs. Those things were made before there were humans. Human-made are things that include bridges, houses, streets. Those were all built by the people. Why do animals and people move? Why? People and animals move because either they have to because of economic factors, political, or even cultural. Some people even think that because if they move, they will get more money for their products and valuables. Think. Why are some more reasons that people move here, and why is it so important for them to sell their products? Get together in a small group and discuss. I'll wait a minute. Are we set? Perfect. How are we affected by geography? We can have a hard time by dealing with the climate change. Human innovation can also affect our health, food, and safety. The climate. A big problem is fires, rains, wind, heat waves, tornadoes, hurricanes. So many different things can affect the way we have to live or work. Natural resources. We are having a hard time right now because we are going through one of the worst droughts here in Utah. But the land that we live on is also being affected by us humans and the animals. Class projects. For the first two activities, you will have 10 minutes, and for the last activity, you will have 20. A. Discuss. What are some different things that you believe are physical and human-made? B. Draw. Draw where you think that the people and animals can go to make the move a lot better and they can sell their goods. And finally, C. Write. Write a short paragraph of what you think you can do to help the climate change and how to make it better. Your times will start now. Perfect. Let's continue. Now we are going to have a big class discussion. Together, we will discuss why we think that people move, and we will share our drawings as to why we think they should move there. We will also discuss how we can help with the climate change and how we can make things better for our Earth. This will all be discussed as a whole class, and if needed, I can share my thoughts and opinions first. Are we good? Perfect. And finally, the conclusion. What did we learn today? Well, first, we learned that most people and animals who move are looking for a better land to live on because they have to be at a better place to make a living. We also learned the difference between physical and human-made things, like bridges, streets, waterfalls, and cliffs. We learned that there are so many things that can affect how our climate, geography, and natural resources are affected. If we don't do anything to help change it, that's of course. We also learned what countries and states we get our food from that is put on our tables. I hope you guys enjoyed that lesson. Thank you so much for listening.